Hello everybody and welcome to week 5 match against Andy. He decided to bring Understerian, Katana, Bronzong, Artovish, Toxapex and Volcarona. Before I jump into the match, if you didn't watch my team builder, please go and watch it. Without further ado, let's start. He leads with Bronzong. I lead with Greninja. The opposing Bronzong protected itself. I also perfected Dark Pulse, but the opposing Bronzong protected itself. Now I switched and I sent out Arcanine and Bronzong attack fell because of Intimidate. He stayed in and he used Toxic but Arcanine avoided the attack. I switched again and I sent out Gligar this time. He also switched and he sent out Toxapex. I once again switched and I sent out Zeraora. He stayed in this time and he used Cold and lucky for me no burn. And Zeraora restored a little HP using its leftovers. Now I sent out Mesprit. And he withdrew Toxapex and he sent out Landorus and Mesprit's attack fell. Now I sent out Arcanine to lower the opposing Landorus's attack. But he used U-turn and that Intimidate doesn't matter. And he sent out Toxapex. And Arcanine restored a little HP using its leftovers. I was predicting a switch, but he stayed in and Toxapex was burned. And poison spikes were scattered on the ground all around my team. Again, Arcanine restores some HP using its leftovers and Toxapex was hurt by its burn. Now I sent out Gligar expecting toxic spikes again. But he used Cold again and no burn again, which is good for me. And we find out that Toxapex item is Black Sludge and he lost some HP because of burn. I was expecting a switch, so I used Defog to remove toxic spikes. He stayed in and he used Cold and this time he burned me. Toxapex restores some HP with Black Sludge and we are both hurt by burn. I made the mistake not attacking him in the first place with Earthquake. Reason is he can set up spikes again but take less damage now that I'm burned. Once again Toxapex restored HP and once again we are both hurt by burn. Gligar had its HP restored. And he set up another layer of toxic spikes. Once again Toxapex restored HP and once again we are both hurt by burn. I used Earthquake and Earthquake did less than last time. And he used Cold. Once again Toxapex restored HP and once again we are both hurt by burn. I used Earthquake again, that did 4% more damage. And he used Cold, that did 1% less than last turn. Once again Toxapex restored HP and once again we are both hurt by burn. I used Defog to remove toxic spikes from the ground around my team. And he restores some HP with Recover. Once again Toxapex restored HP and once again we are both hurt by burn. I use Earthquake again for the last time in this match. Because he used Cold and he finished off my Gligar. Once again, Toxapex restores some HP and lost some HP. And I sent out Zeraora. Because I have a better type matchup, he switched and he sent out Landorus as Zeraora's attack fell. I predicted the switch and I used knockoff and I knocked off Landorus' choice scarf. And Zeraora restored a little HP using its leftovers. Now I predicted a switch, so I used bulk up to boost my attack and defense. And he did switch because he used U-turn. Landorus went back and he sent out Bronzong. And Zeraora restored a little HP using its leftovers again. Now he sent out Lando and Zeraora's attack fell. And I used bulk up again and attack and defense rose again. And again leftovers recovery. I used bulk up once again. And he used Earthquake and with all the defense boost did a lot of damage. And once again leftovers recovery. Now I don't have anything to hit him with, so I use close combat and my defense and special defense fell. And he used Earthquake to finish off Zeraora. And I sent out Greninja as replacement. Now he switched out Lando and he sent out Toxapex. I used Dark Pulse that did so little. And Toxapex restored HP and lost some because of burn. I used Dark Pulse again, did same damage as last turn, 22%. But this time the opposing Toxapex flinched and couldn't move. And once again Toxapex restored HP and lost some HP. I used Dark Pulse again, hoping to flinch him. But he didn't flinch and he scattered poison spikes on the ground around my team. And again recovery and burn damage. Again Dark Pulse for a flinch chance. And again I didn't get it, all I got is another layer of toxic spikes. Recovery and burn damage again. This time he used Protect just to stall a little bit. I used Dark Pulse again, but the opposing Toxapex protected itself. Once again recovery and burn damage. I used Dark Pulse again and I finished off Toxapex with a critical hit. Greninja became Ash Greninja. And he sent out Kartana. I sent out Arcanine, Arcanine was badly poisoned and Kartana's attack fell. He used Leaf Blade, which is not very effective on Arcanine. Now we have some recovery and poison damage. Because I have a great matchup, he sent out Arctovish. I used Will-O-Wisp and the opposing Arctovish was burned. Now we have recovery, burn damage and poison damage. I use Morning Sun to restore some HP. He used Vicious Rand that did a lot of damage even if Arctovish is burned. And once again recovery and burn poison damage. I use Morning Sun again. And he used Vicious Rand again. And I restored some HP for the last time in this battle because poison finished me off and Arctovish was hurt by its burn. Arctovish was damaged by its burn. Ash Greninja is sent out as a replacement and Greninja was badly poisoned. Now he sent out Landorus and Greninja's attack fell, but that doesn't matter. Because I'm a special attacker and I use Dark Pulse, and down goes Landorus. Greninja was hurt by poison, and Kartana is sent out. Now I switched and I sent out Altaria. And he used Leaf Blade, and Leaf Blade is not very effective. Now he switched out and he sent out Bronzong. I used Flamethrower, it was super effective on both Kartana and Bronzong, so that's good. And Bronzong restores some HP with leftovers. I use Flamethrower again because it's super effective. And he used Toxic and Altaria was badly poisoned. Bronzong recovery and Altaria was hurt by poison. Now the opposing Bronzong used Protect. I used Flamethrower again, but this time Bronzong protected itself. And again leftovers recovery from Bronzong and poison damage for Altaria. And one more time I use super effective Flamethrower. And he used Gyro Ball, but I'm not Mega, so it's okay. And again leftovers recovery from Bronzong and poison damage for Altaria. He used Protect again this turn. And that was my chance to heal with Roost. And again leftovers recovery from Bronzong and poison damage for Altaria. And you know the drill, I use Flamethrower. And he used Gyro Ball. And once again leftovers recovery from Bronzong and poison damage for Altaria. Now he used Protect. And I use Roost. And once again leftovers recovery from Bronzong and poison damage for Altaria. He tried to use Protect again, but it failed. I use Flamethrower again. And Bronzong leftovers recovery and Altaria is finished off by poison. And I sent out Mesprit as a replacement. He used Protect to get even more leftovers recovery. And I used Step Psychic, but the opposing Bronzong protected itself. I used Psychic again and he only lost 9%. And he used Gyro Ball and I lost 21%. And there's leftovers recovery. Now he used Protect again. And I used Psychic again, but Bronzong protected itself again. And again Bronzong's leftover recovery. Now I use Thunder Wave and the opposing Bronzong is paralyzed. And he had same idea because he used Toxic and Mesprit was badly poisoned. And in Bronzong's recovery there is poison damage. Now I sent out Ash Greninja. He tried to use Protect, but it failed, which means he's going to use it next turn. And there's Recovery and Poison damage again. And there goes Protect. I used Dark Pulse, but the opposing Bronzong protected itself. And again, leftovers Recovery and Poison damage. He tried to use Protect again, but it failed. I use super effective Dark Pulse again, and down goes Bronzong. And poison damage. And he sent out Kartana. Now I sent out Mesprit thinking I could take a hit. But I didn't take a hit very well, plus with poison damage it's not good. He used Leaf Blade again and he landed a necessary critical hit. At this point I thought he was Joy Scarf on his Kartana, so I thought this is it, so I sent out Ash Greninja. And I was faster and we find out it was Focus Ash Kartana. And he used Leaf Blade again and he landed a critical hit, which I think didn't matter at all. And that's the game's second loss, so we are 3 wins and 2 lost. I don't know if I clinched him with Dark Pulse, if that would change or something, but if you think it would, tell me in the comments, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.